San Mateo is a first-class municipality in the southern part of Isabela Province in the Cagayan Valley region, with an economy thriving mainly on agriculture. It was proclaimed as an agro-ecological destination in Cagayan Valley by President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo by virtue of Presidential Proclamation 1685, owing to its vast array of agricultural crops and housing different national agencies. Its main crops include rice, corn, and vegetables. High-value crops include mango and banana. Livestock raising include cattle, swine, and poultry. Aquaculture includes tilapia, ulang, hito, and eel. Before, there are 2 cropping seasons devoted only to rice as a main crop of the town, with fully irrigated agricultural lands measuring to 16,825 hectares being effectively irrigated by Namaga Dam Reservoir. Fields turn to a dazzling green of rice crops, and as the grains slowly turn to gold, this is a signal for farmers to reap the fruits of their labors during harvest time. After the rice cropping season, the waiting period for the next cropping season leaves a gap, then making the lands barren and idle. This is where the idea of Mongo production began.
Dahil sa napakahabang paghihintay, sa pagitan ng dalawang panahon ng pagtatanim ng palay at naiwang nakatiwangwang ang lupa, at dahil na rin marahil sa 50 taon na paulit-ulit natatamnan ang aming mga bukirin, ay umabot na rin sa puntong ito'y naging acidic at kinulang ng pangunahing mga sangkap gaya ng nitrohino, na ang naging dulot nito'y ang unti-unti ring pagbaba ng inaaning palay ng aming mga magsasaka. Bukod pa sa kinakailangang magdagdag ng commercial fertilizer na lalong nagdudulot ng karagdagang gastos para sa kanila. Kung kaya naman, noong taong 2002, ang pamahalaang bayan ng San Mateo, Isabela, sa pangunguna ng kagalang-galang na punong bayan Roberto C. Agkawili, ay sinimulan ang pagtatanim ng munggo o balatong.
The tiny seed, which is locally termed balatong, serves as a singed crop with low maintenance, yet it restores the fertility of the soil and cutting the costs for the farm inputs like fertilizer for the next cropping season of rice. For just a short period of 30 to 45 days, the mongo plant sires green pods and rapidly turns into shining black, giving a sign that it's already ripe for harvest. The mongo production creates 1,000 jobs for the farmers and their families, beginning from the planting activity to the harvesting period. For the municipality, it gives an income of around 200 million pesos for mongo cropping season. The block pads are being dried using multi-purpose driving pavements and the farm-to-market roads just adjacent to the farmer's home, making it so affordable and accessible for them to do their post-harvesting routine. While being dried under the sun, the pods are trussed, meticulously cleaned from impurities, separating the pods from the green seeds, maintaining the quality of the seeds. The mongo seeds are later packed and displayed for buyers and traders in conspicuous places, most likely near the homes of mongo farmers for a more accessible market. The mongo production empowers individuals, most especially farmers and their families, even women who are staying home, develops enterprise for their families during harvest time. The income they derive from mongo gives them vast opportunities for business and entrepreneurship. Mongo becomes the instrument for arresting malnutrition among the school children in town, having it as the main ingredient during feeding programs in various schools. It is rich in protein, thus being dubbed as a poor man's meat. Nothing goes to waste on mungo because its empty pods are used for fodder for cattle feeds, and it is also used by farmers as mushroom bed, adding income to each farmer out of mushroom production.
Ang unang layunin namin nang simulan ang pagtatanim ng munggo ay ang maibalik ang sustansya ng lupa na naubos na sa pagtatanim ng palay. Noong nasimulan na ang pagtatanim ng munggo, nagkaroon ng karagdagang kita ang pamahalaang lokal ng San Mateo ng halos 200 milyong piso sa bawat anihan ng munggo. Ito ay nagpapakita ng tunay ngang nagkaroon ng karagdagang kabuhayan ng ating mga magsasaka at ang kanilang mga pamilya dahil sa pagtatanim ng munggo. Malaking bagay ito sa pag-unlad ng aming bayan dahil nakapagbibigay ng halos 1,000 trabaho bawat taon para sa pagtatanim at pag-aani ng munggo. Ang bawat tao ay kumikita ng 200 hanggang 300 piso bawat araw sa pagtatanim at pag-aani ng munggo. Dahil dito, kami ay naglunsad ng tinatawag naming Balatong Festival na kung saan ay aming ipinagpapasalamat ang mga biyayang na ibibigay ng munggo o balatong sa aming bayan. Iba't ibang programa at produktong gawa sa munggo ang inilulunsad tuwing ipinagdiriwang namin ang Balatong Festival. Isa itong paraan o pangbigyandaan ang pagpapakita ng pagkakaisa ng aming mga mamamayan sa aming bayan at upang magkaroon din ng malawak na kaalaman ang mga karatig bayan tungkol sa mga benepisyong na ibibigay ng munggo. Napapalawig pa ng Balatong Festival ang turismo sa aming bayan kaya higit na nakikilala ang bayan namin bilang Munggo Capital ng bansang Pilipinas.
During the town's Balatong Festival, the lowly mungo seed became the star of the show, having various finished products from the crop as a main display during the event. The people depicted activities during mungo production in the different events during the festival, from planting to harvest like the street dance competition and cookfest showcasing mungo as a main recipe, which was participated by members of the local Council of Women. During the visit of former Agriculture Secretary William Dar, who is now the present director of the International Rice Research Institute in India, for the Balatong Festival last April 29 to 30, 2009, he dubbed the town as a mungo capital of the Philippines, having witnessed the vast array of lands planted with mungo like he had never seen before in the other parts of the country. Among with other national awards, the tiny mungo seed was able to represent San Mateo in the 2007 Galimpok Awards with a program entitled Mungo, the Black Gold of San Mateo, being one of the top 10 best local governance programs of the Philippines by the Gawad Galimpok Foundation, Local Government Academy, and the Development Bank of the Philippines.
Lantad na pagbabago, tuloy-tuloy na pag-unlad, tuloy-tuloy na pag-asenso.